Hello, I'm Mark McFerrin. I am a math and AVA teacher and also an equity and access coach.
I'm Anita Young. I'm an equity and access coach as well as an English teacher. And we're here today to talk to you all about the AP program. We here at Ramona High School believe all students are gifted and talented and that all of you do have futures. Furthermore, we believe that with proper support, all students can be successful both in an AP class and successful on the AP exam. While not all AP classes are right for every student, we believe this is so not because the student is not capable, but because the class does not fit their future plans at this time. For these reasons, we will devote more time and energy helping students select the AP courses that are best suited for their future. But once the selection is made and the new school year begins, students will not be allowed to drop an AP class except for clear extenuating circumstances. And by those, what we mean is any circumstances that are beyond student control that will be just detrimental to the student's performance in that class, or if there's some type of scheduling conflict, say with an RCC class.
And we wanted to give you some background information on why this policy is necessary. You need to know that there has always been a no-drop policy for AP courses. Any student who wants to drop currently has to fill out a petition to drop, and they have to go through a series of discussions with very concerned adults. And our goal really is to make sure that all the students stay in those AP courses. We completely understand that these courses are college-level courses. They're difficult, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. And we certainly believe that with the proper support, every student can be successful, as Ms. Young has already said. So instead of allowing a student to drop a course or having that student feel like they don't have any support, we are introducing a 3-tiered intervention program. And this will start next year. We want the students, again, to have the best opportunity possible to be successful both in the class and on the AP test. So we're going to go through the three tiers with you now, starting with Tier 1. The Tier 1 intervention is what we call self-advocacy. And each of these tiers we want to last approximately 2 weeks. So that means once a student begins to feel that they're being overwhelmed in an AP course, or once their grade begins to drop, or if a teacher identifies that a student needs extra help, they then immediately move into Tier 1. It could be something the student has decided or the teacher. And Tier 1 simply means that the student advocates for themselves, that they have discussions with that AP teacher about what they can do to improve their grade, to improve the amount of material that they've learned in the class. It might mean asking the student to have some type of preferential seating where they move to a place where they have more access to help. It could be extended deadlines. It could be test corrections, to redo assignments at Ram Academy. So basically many things that a student could do with that teacher's help to help improve their grade.
So once Tier 1 is experienced by the student and the teacher, there may still be some struggle, and that's completely understandable. So what we would do then is move on to Tier 2, which could be considered as school-wide support. The expression, it takes a village. We want to continue to support our students. So either the student or the teacher or the AP teacher in question will refer the student to the equity and access coaches, that's us, to help the student with further assistance, how they can possibly do better in their AP class. It could include everything from extending tutoring, providing some type of study group time and what that would look like. We can provide tutors. We can adjust maybe the schedule to possibly facilitate more time to devote to the AP course. We want the student to understand that at this point, they're doing everything they can. There's definitely still the possibility for some struggle, some understanding to the course, some adaptation, and that now the school is here to continue to support the student.
And then after approximately 2 weeks of Tier 2, and again on each of these tiers, it's designed to show that the student is now being successful. That would be our hope. But if after 2 weeks in Tier 2, the student still feels that they're struggling with the course, they move on to Tier 3. And Tier 3 could be considered individual or small group intervention. And so it means exactly what those words say, that we might provide a college tutor to work with that student individually at lunch, after school, before school, or whenever whenever they can work into their schedule. It might mean more intervention time with the two equity and access coaches. Currently, we're meeting with students students who don't have a first period class, we're meeting with them one-on-one to help them understand the work of the AP course. So again, it's not that the idea of giving up on an AP class, but the idea of, hey, the interventions have not worked so far, let's go even deeper. Let's find a way to help students be successful. And we need to also understand that if a student fails to follow through on their part, because that's a major part of learning any of this material. If the student is in Tier 1 intervention but didn't go talk to the teacher, the student's in Tier 2 intervention, was scheduled to come to a study group or a tutoring session and doesn't show up. If the student doesn't fulfill their part, they are not allowed to move on to the next tier, but they begin another 2-week process in the tier where they need to finish the work. So again, it's not about bailing on an AP class, even though they're difficult. It's about finding ways to help you be successful.
And when you find those ways, you're being supported by us. Everybody wants the most success for you in AP courses and, of course, eventually on the AP exam. So if you have any other further questions, now that you'll go into your registration for next year, we are more than happy to talk to you. Again, my name is Mrs. Young. I'm in room 55, 4th period, 5th period, and 6th period. I'm in this main office here in the morning time, and Mr. McFerrin is in room 21, correct?
Yes.
1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and then he's here in this office. Also, you can reach out to your counselor who continues to have great communication with us. So we just want the best for you, and the best for you is the AP course and finding ways to do the best for yourself. Thank you.